This was not the first time of me telling this story. This has been years. It started me telling this story when my sister passed away. So this is like years of me getting to this point, to this layer. I always stand true by what I said. I always stand true by what happened. And I don't know if there was a right or wrong way, the way I handled it. I don't think that there was. And with what I speak with my therapist with, there was no right or wrong way to tell this.
The truth didn't slip out by accident. It was dropped like a grenade. One sentence, one name. And suddenly, an entire family legacy started shaking. What Michael revealed wasn't gossip. It wasn't speculation, and it definitely wasn't supposed to be said out loud. Because the moment he exposed who Ashley's real mother might be, Towanda didn't just react. She detonated, screaming, accusations, phones being snatched, doors slammed so hard people thought security would be called. And here's the terrifying part. Insiders say this secret has been buried for years, protected by silence, fear, and loyalty. Until now, social media is already on fire. Alleged messages are leaking. And fans are realizing the story they believed may have been carefully scripted. Because when someone panics this hard, it's usually not over a lie. It's over the truth finally escaping. When Michael finally spoke, the air cracked. This wasn't gossip whispered in corners. It was a declaration dropped in the middle of a family already bruised by years of quiet tension. He said Ashley's real mother wasn't who everyone believed. And in that instant, Towanda snapped. Witnesses say she stood up so fast her chair scraped like a scream, demanding cameras off, voices down, and loyalty remembered. Someone hit record anyway.
What would the effects of those circumstances be on the younger brothers? Because it would be very difficult for them to, I guess, develop respect towards you and your sister.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We don't see eye to eye because the way they see life is very different than the way I've seen it. And so for them, it's hard, which is understandable.
Yeah.
When I'm speaking these things about their mother, these are quite harsh accusations
of course.
that I'm saying.
Yeah.
And if you were not there to grasp what was happening, then perhaps you think and be like, I think this is a little far-fetched.
Yes.
And that was something that was really...
Anyway, that decision changed everything. Because once the words escaped, there was no way to shove them back into silence. Social media felt it before the family did. Cryptic tweets appeared, vanished. Then screenshots spread like wildfire. Fans sensed blood in the water. And suddenly, every old interview, every awkward pause, every forced smile looked like evidence hiding in plain sight. Insiders claim this wasn't a surprise revelation. They say the truth has hovered over this family for years, an unspoken agreement protected by fear and reputation. Allegedly, Michael had warned privately that the story didn't add up, that documents told a different version, that timelines didn't line up. He was told to drop it. He didn't. According to a leaked message attributed to someone close to the family, Michael wrote, "If we keep lying, it only gets worse." That message was followed by another, colder response. Some things are not meant for public consumption. When Towanda realized he was done playing along, the confrontation turned explosive. She accused him of betrayal, of dragging Ashley into something she wasn't ready to face, and of threatening a family brand built on unity. Ashley, caught in the middle, reportedly froze. For years, she told her story with consistency and pain, never wavering, never contradicting herself. Then, almost overnight, her tone changed. She softened. She minimized. She said it wasn't that bad. That shift didn't comfort anyone. It terrified them. Trauma doesn't shrink on command. People don't suddenly decide their pain was exaggerated unless something forces their hand. Fans noticed the timing. Right after Michael spoke, Ashley's posts became cautious, measured, almost rehearsed. A supposed insider leak claimed she was urged to stay quiet until things settled. Another alleged message warned that speaking further could damage relationships permanently. Then came the recordings. Not released publicly, but described in detail by multiple bloggers who swear they've heard them. Towanda's voice, shaking with rage, saying this wasn't how it was supposed to come out. Michael responding that the truth doesn't wait for permission. Ashley crying, asking why nobody told her sooner if this was known. That question alone shattered whatever illusion of control remained. Fans flooded comment sections demanding answers. Hashtags trended within hours. Clips resurfaced, showing Towanda stepping in whenever Ashley spoke to freely in past interviews. At the time, it looked protective. Now, people saw control. Speculation snowballed. Observers pointed out physical resemblance that had always been brushed off. Others questioned paperwork Ashley mentioned before, including claims that names were changed and information withheld. Legal experts online explained how complicated such changes would be.
May not be your family, and that is totally okay. I am an example of that. You may not get support from your family, and that is totally fine. You still have the right to use your voice. You still have the right to talk. You still have the right to say how you feel. The world will try to silence you. People will try to silence you, but the world needs
such changes would be, fueling theories that someone had intentionally reshaped the narrative. The family's silence only made it worse. Posts were deleted. Photos disappeared. Comments were disabled. Each move felt less like privacy and more like damage control. Meanwhile, Michael reportedly told friends he was done carrying a secret that wasn't his. To keep celebrity reactions poured gasoline on the fire. Vague posts about truth always surfacing and family secrets hurting the innocent flooded timelines. Fans dissected every word, convinced these were coded messages. One viral clip showed Towanda walking away from a conversation mid-sentence, jaw tight, eyes blazing. That image became a symbol of the scandal. Ashley vanished from social media entirely, and her absence screamed louder than any statement. Rumors claimed legal pressure was discussed, though nothing confirmed, adding another layer of fear to the situation. As the chaos grew, people revisited old episodes and interviews with fresh eyes. Moments once dismissed as awkward now looked strategic. Who spoke for whom? Who stayed silent? Who changed the subject? Patterns emerged, and none of them were flattering. The narrative of openness cracked, revealing something guarded and controlled beneath. Fans split into camps, some defending Towanda as someone trying to protect Ashley from a brutal truth, others accusing her of silencing Ashley to protect herself. Michael became either a villain or a whistleblower, depending on
package, or did they come along later?
They came along later.
Okay.
So my sister is 3 years younger than I am. My oldest younger brother is 4 years. And then after that, it's 8 years.
Okay.
So they came after. And it's unfortunate that even now we don't have a relationship because we were just pit against each other.
Yeah.
So the household was like all for one and one for all. You better guard up.
Wow.
And it's not really healthy.
No, definitely not. No. I was wondering,
depending on who you asked. What remained undeniable was Ashley's pain. Even skeptics admitted you can't fake years of emotional consistency. Her breakdowns, her confusion, her grief after her sister's passing all felt real. Some argued exhaustion could explain her recent retreat, that years of speaking without support finally wore her down. Others believed pressure forced her quiet. Either way, the damage was done. The story no longer belonged to one person. It belonged to the public. And the public wasn't letting go. The most chilling rumor surfaced late one night, spreading quietly before exploding everywhere. An alleged insider claimed someone else in the family had known all along and helped maintain the story to keep peace. If true, that meant Ashley wasn't just misinformed. She was managed. That idea hit harder than any accusation. Because secrets are one thing, but controlling someone's identity is another entirely. As questions multiplied, one truth became clear. This wasn't ending quietly. Behind the scenes, the tension reportedly infected every corner of their world. Meetings were canceled, calls went unanswered. People who once moved freely around the family suddenly found themselves blocked or frozen out. An alleged leaked group chat showed frantic attempts to coordinate a response, with one message reading, "We need to control the narrative before it controls us." That line alone convinced fans that something massive was being hidden. Why control a narrative if nothing is wrong? Why panic if the truth is harmless? Ashley's past statements were replayed obsessively. Her words about being discouraged from speaking took on new meaning. What once sounded like family disagreement now sounded like suppression. Fans questioned why her story never received the visibility expected from someone connected to such a famous name. Was it coincidence? Or was attention intentionally diverted? The algorithm became the scapegoat, but many didn't buy it. When fame can amplify anything, silence feels engineered. Meanwhile, alleged documents began circulating in private forums. Nothing verified, nothing official, but enough to keep speculation alive. Timelines were scrutinized down to the month. Ages were recalculated. Connections were mapped like crime scenes. The internet did what it always does best: dig relentlessly. And the deeper it dug, the messier things became. Each answer created more questions. Each clarification exposed another inconsistency. Towanda's supporters pushed back hard, accusing critics of exploiting trauma for entertainment. They argued that not every family issue needs public resolution. But opponents countered that Ashley didn't choose to be confused about her own identity. That choice, they said, was made for her. The debate turned vicious. Friendships fractured. Fan communities imploded. What started as gossip turned into a referendum on truth, loyalty, and control. Late-night live streams popped up analyzing every rumor. Influencers claimed news sources daily. Some were exposed as clout chasers. Others gained credibility through accuracy. Through it all, one name trended consistently: Ashley. People weren't just curious. They were protective. They saw someone who had spent years speaking into a void, finally being heard when the consequences became unavoidable. As days passed, anticipation replaced shock. Everyone waited for the next move. Would Michael release proof? Would Towanda speak? Would Ashley finally tell her story without filters or fear? The silence stretched, heavy and deliberate. And in that silence, expectations grew dangerous. Because when the truth finally comes out, it rarely lands gently. It shatters. And judging by the fallout already visible, this revelation won't just change how people see this family. It will change how they see everything that came before it. And when that moment arrives, no apology, no statement, and no silence will ever put this story back together again. Ever. Period. Listen closely. Because this is the moment where you decide whether you're just watching from the sidelines or whether you're staying locked in when this story completely explodes. What you've just heard is not the end. It's the calm before the real storm. Every hour that passes, more alleged leaks surface, more insiders start talking, and more cracks form in a story that was never meant to be questioned. The people involved are watching the internet right now, gauging reactions, measuring silence, and deciding what to reveal next. And trust me, when the next piece drops, it's going to hit harder than anything so far. If you don't like this video, the algorithm buries it, and the truth gets swallowed by noise. If you don't comment, your voice doesn't count in a conversation that's shaping how this story is told. Drop your theory, because sometimes the comments connect dots before the headlines do. And if you don't subscribe, you're risking missing the moment when someone finally breaks the silence and everything changes overnight. This isn't recycled gossip. This is an unfolding situation. And once the next revelation goes public, there's no rewinding it. People always say they wish they were there when the truth first surfaced. This is that moment. Stay connected. Stay alert. Because when the silence ends, it won't be gentle, and you'll want to say you saw it coming. You'll want to say you saw it coming.